Hello everyone and welcome back. First thing I want to say is I want to thank everyone who has just recently subscribed to my small little channel. Thank you very much. And I also want to thank everyone who has been watching my videos, especially this video here. ATF will win the pistol brace case. I put this video up 5 days ago, and it was just my opinion. It has had 1.5 thousand views in 5 days, and it's gotten 10 thumbs up, 10 likes. But I also want to point out the fact that when I first started that video, and this video will be named the same thing, only it will be called Part 2. The very first thing that I said in that video was the National Firearms Act law that Congress passed in 1934, and it was only a couple sentences of what the law basically says. And I got that from Wikipedia. And Wikipedia is very rarely wrong. So people who are telling me that I'm wrong with what I'm talking about from the 1934 law, well then you go talk to Wikipedia. So, but for one, please like and subscribe if you like these type of videos and you like the content that I'm doing. But if you're going to leave a comment, please keep it respectful and civil. I don't like that I have to, with that last video, get on and block people. Block their channels from leaving comments on my videos. And I've had to do that quite a lot. Not only because people were calling me every name in a book and telling me how stupid I was and how I don't know what I'm talking about and all this kind of stuff, but they were doing it to other people who were leaving comments on the video too. That I'm not going to put up with. Not on this channel. That's not what this channel was made for. This channel was made for basic firearms discussions. That's it. Emphasis on the word basic. And maybe I didn't express myself clearly enough, or maybe people didn't watch because I looked at the analytics. People didn't watch the entire video. The length time for most people watching videos is 2 minutes. Well, the video's longer than 2 minutes. If you only watched the first 2 minutes of the video and then came up and decided to write a comment and then got nasty and badmouthed everybody who said anything, or, what I had said, you got to watch the whole video. Now with this, another reason, here's a second reason other than the first reason that I said in the other video about why this strap is on here and it's supposed to be strapped to your arm. That was what it was intended for. That is a fact. Even though, yes, the ATF flip-flopped on what they said. That may be, but everybody who had said it takes an act of Congress to pass the law, you are 100% right. And I agree with that statement 100%. But here's something that people need to realize and people need to remember. The Republicans have control of the House of Representatives. The Democrats have the majority in the Senate. And Joe Biden, our president, is a Democrat. Even if the Republicans, when they talk to the ATF sometime in April, I believe it's April 10th, I could be wrong on that date, but it will be in April, they will be talking to the ATF. The leaders, the heads of the ATF. I believe it's 3 people that they'll be talking to. Even if the Republicans decide to change this law and make this pistol brace legal, it has to go to the Senate. And when it goes to the Senate, they're not going to agree with it because Democrats don't want to pass anything when it comes to guns, firearms, however you want to word it. They're not going to pass anything. The only thing they're going to pass is to ban things because that's all they ever do. All the Democrats want is to take your guns away from you and everything that has to do with guns. So it's never going to pass. And even if by some miracle it does pass both houses, Joe Biden will never sign it. He'll never sign that. So this is going to sit in Congress forever unless we get majority of the House of Representatives, the Senate, and we have the presidency. And even then, there's no guarantee that it'll pass because when we had that under Donald Trump banned bump stocks. So there's no guarantee, even if we have majority, that anything's going to pass. And then if it goes to the Supreme Court, that could take years before they even take it up. And they could decide not to take it up. They can say, no, we want Congress to pass something first before we take it up. Otherwise, we're going to stick with the original, ruling from Congress, from the NFA. They could simply say that. Who knows what the Supreme Court will do? Just because some local judges have passed different things and all that. You could bring up the Bruin case. You could bring up a million different cases. Federal law trumps state law. Period. End of story. And you don't even have to be a lawyer to know that. You can also, if you're interested, go to the ATF site. You want to see the National Firearms Act? Here it is. It's right here on the NFA's site. Go to their website. There's Title 2 of the Gun Control Act of 1968. You can read that. Firearm Owners Protection Act. You can read that. Here's supplemental information. You can pause it and see what all this says. Over here on the left-hand side, they have all these subcategories. Here's the very bottom one. Is you can click on that and it'll bring up all kinds of stuff about bump stocks. Right here where my cursor is. Right there. You can bring that up. It'll bring up stuff about bump stocks. Definition of frame or receivers is right above that. You hit that arrow, it'll bring up all that about that. The Rules and Regulations Library is right here. You can click on that. Open letters, you can click on that. Rulings, you can click on that. Federal Register actions. You can click on that. So if you want to find out any of this information, because you don't like what somebody like me, just a regular Joe, put up on a YouTube video, then go look it up. You don't have to get on here and badmouth and use, the kind of language that you're using. We're supposed to be adults and we're supposed to be able to have a civil conversation. And that's why the name of this channel is Grumpy Old Man's Basic Firearms Talk. Emphasis on basics. It's to help any brand new gun owners with any little bit of knowledge that I know. That's it. I'm not a lawyer. All I know is that it is going to take an act of Congress to change this. And it doesn't matter if the Republicans have both houses and the presidency, it still may not pass. And there's no Democrat ever going to pass anything that has to do with guns. In fact, there's a Republican, I won't go through a ton of names, Mitt Romney is registered Republican. He's a Republican. Do you really think Mitt Romney is going to vote to legalize pistol braces? I don't. I think he's a rhino. Republican in name only. He's not going to vote for this. So that's all. I just wanted to come on and thank everyone for watching the video. I would like to, please like and subscribe. And thank you to all my new subscribers. I hope you like any new content that I have up, and I'll be putting up and all that. And please keep it civil. If you don't keep it civil and you come on and you start bad-mouthing people and using all kinds of foul language, against people by calling them all kinds, just insulting people, I'm going to block you because I'm not going to have that on this channel. I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to debate the issue. I'm just going to block you. You can come and say any opinion that you have as long as you're respectful. And I will answer everything that I can. I have answered every single person who has left a comment so far. But you have to be respectful. And I encourage debates and discussions on this channel. But you have to be respectful, or you're going to get blocked. That's just the way that it is. Whether you're saying something about me or you're talking to another person who left a comment, I'm going to block your disrespectful comment. Period. So, thank yous for watching. And I hope this starts another discussion. When it all boils down to it, it does take an act of Congress, like we said. And with having Democrats in there, having control of the presidency and the Senate, this will never pass. This is not going to pass. So anybody who's sitting around getting your hopes up that this is going to pass and they're going to legalize it and you're going to be able to leave it on your pistol and you're going to be able to keep it on your shoulder and do what you're doing right now currently, I personally, in my opinion, Democrats aren't going to pass it. Joe Biden is not going to sign that into law. It will never pass. So, okay. Thank yous for watching. Please like and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now. Have a good rest of your day.